It's about riding, exploring, seeing stuff through this great country. And we're doing it on these American-made V-twins, Harley-Davidsons. Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
And Tall is brought to you by Custom Dynamics, Zippers Performance, Khrome Works, Red Line Oil, Volunteer Audio, and Let's Roll.
We about to ride, you about to ride. Well, I'm going past the first. I'm going past the second. You make it? All right. It is a beautiful day today. And we are here at the Outer Banks, North Carolina, cruising on these glides. We just came through Kitty Hawk, Nag's Head, looked over to the right, saw the Wright brothers place where they did their first flight, and now we're on our way to the part of the Outer Banks that I like. Kitty Hawk, in my opinion, that's like the city part of the Outer Banks. This, Redonte, Buxton, Frisco, that's the Oracle, that's the Outer Banks to me, and Hatters. So that's where we headed to right now. On these glides, about to go across this big old bridge. I remember I was telling Tez that on my 2014 twin cam street glide, me and my dad and my uncle came up here, and I remember running this road on that bike and how good it felt to be out on that Harley riding on these roads. And now I'm back with the 2019 street glide on these same roads running. So I love it up here. I love the Outer Banks. It is not commercialized. This part isn't down there like Myrtle Beach or any of those other beaches. They just move at a slower pace. I was telling Tez a second ago that the only chain restaurant I can think of is Dairy Queen, and the rest of them are mom and pop restaurants, and that's what I like about it. So there's a lighthouse, Tez, straight ahead. You see it? Yep. So we're going to get all this stuff offloaded and then go do a little bit of touring, and you guys are with me. But right now, just enjoy this beautiful scenery, and it just keeps getting better. It's going to keep getting better. To tell you something, first of all, my arms are burnt crispy right now. I put that sunblock on, and it felt like it almost amplified it instead of blocking it. Hopefully I got the right thing. But anyway, we're going to get something good to eat tonight, do some exploring, just have a good time and enjoy the Outer Banks on these glides. That's the plan for the day. And maybe go by one of those lighthouses. That's that lighthouse right there. There's one there and one in Corolla, I'm pretty sure. But that's the plan. Guys, this camera's not working right now. The battery's dead on that camera, but this helmet camera is. It's just beautiful out here. If you've never been to the Outer Banks, take the trip up. It's a nice trip. Good place to bring your family. Again, it's real relaxed. Now, if you don't like beaches, I don't know what else you're going to do, but it's just a cool place. I mean, the riding is straight, but it's just cool to run up and down these islands like this. And everybody's braking pretty hard for some reason. Oh, because they're turning. Some people are turning, some people are going. Oregon Inlet area. So that's a campground. I remember seeing that before. So we're about to go over the bridge now. Every time I check these campsites, they're always packed right there. And that would not be an ideal place to be camping right there. But I camped in, I think it was Buxton. I'm not 100% sure. But one thing, it was me and my wife and a dog in a tent. And at nighttime, we heard a wildcat make a noise. So yeah, there's a lot of nature. And then out there they have these showers where you can take a shower at the campsite, but the showers are kind of outdoors. So inside the shower, there was a bunch of frogs. Yeah, it was pretty different, put it that way. It's one of those things that you will remember. Like, that's definitely out of my character, but it was kind of fun. I was telling Tez when I was a kid, I used to look at the map. I always was fascinated with maps when I was a kid, and that's probably why I like to travel now. And I remember looking at the little sliver of land at the end, and I would always say, hey, where's that? And I was like, oh, that's the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And I always wanted to go there. And then it was back in 2018, I believe, when we finally got to go. Me and my dad and Uncle Reggie went. Stayed in a KOA cabin. It was great. A great trip. Got to ride the ferry. Some of those videos still might be on my YouTube channel. You have to just go way back and look and see. They were building this bridge when we was up here. It wasn't complete. So I wonder if they tore down the other bridge. Yeah, they did. There was a movie called One Night in Redonte. Not a great movie, by the way. But it was a movie called One Night in Redonte with Jack Nicholson and Diane Carroll. I think, I'm probably wrong with Diane Carroll, but it was with Jack Nicholson, I think. And I think that is the house, the movie house. That's why it's still there. It might not be. Somebody that's up from around this way. You know, I got a couple of subscribers up here. They could tell me if that's not the house, then put in the comments where the actual house is. Hey Tess, this is what I was telling you about, because I remember this from last time. There might be sand on the shoulder of the roads, and there might be sand on the roads. No kidding, because the sand, there's a truck, a big old sweeper that has to sweep the sand off of the roads. And sometimes after a storm or early morning, there'll be sand blown across the road. So, oh, and then another thing. Don't ever get off in that stuff. Before we get from where we're going, you will see a car that pulled off too far that is stuck. That always happens. But yeah, sometimes there's sand blown across the road, so you know, no sudden moves. Just stay straight. Yeah, it's all right. The ocean on that side, beautiful. And guys, it's going to get to a point where you can see the actual ocean in just a minute on the other side of those sand dunes. But I love it. This sand is blasting me. I can actually feel the little pellets of sand hit my arms as we're riding, because it's blowing right over. I don't know if the GoPro will show you that in that much detail. It's blowing over that sand dune, staring that up, and it's just blowing right across. Got a big camper up there in front of us. We only got 14 miles to go. We got 17 minutes. I'm going for it. So here's a street glide on the side of the road. They went over there, I guess, looking at the ocean. Hey, there's a crutch in the middle of the road. This guy's pulling his camper pretty doggone good. He ain't, I don't know what kind of, yeah, I don't know what kind of truck he got pulling this. Chevrolet. Usually they'll be kite surfing maybe a little bit further down the road. They'll be kite surfing somewhere over here, and then they will be actual surfing over there. Group of motorcycles coming up. What are these? Gold Wings? A mixture of everything, huh? Road glide coming. Street glide. So we're passing over the Captain Richard Etheridge Bridge now. Look at that. There's the ocean, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. This sure was a change of scenery, wasn't it, Tez? Going from the city, yeah, DC, to the OBX, right? That's a real switch of a trip. Met some cool people along the way, reconnected with some cool folks. Shout out to Dwayne, shout out to Build Ride Repeat, shout out to DC Cycler, all the folks from Zippers. I didn't film one thing of Zippers, did I? Oh yeah, I did a little bit when you was touring the place, right? Build Ride Repeat was doing a lot more filming. I got a chance to ride with him too on his new bike, so that was cool. He got that Road King built. He's been working on it for a while now. It was a stock 88. Now it's a muscle 107, making 120 horsepower, 120 foot-pounds of torque out of a little light frame Road King like that. Yeah, he custom painted it. He's still working on it, but it's looking good. Hey, how far does it say to the KOA? You got the KOA put in or no? Oh, 5.9 to the KOA, so yeah, we're a lot closer. I think the office closes at 4, but it's like 3:51 our estimated arrival, so we ought to be good. I'll tell you guys another great vacation spot. Fort Pickens. Fort Pickens. That is near Pensacola, Florida. You go to Fort Pickens and you're riding, it's the National Seashore, you're riding out there, there's white sand on both sides of you. And you go out there, there's an old Army base, Fort Pickens Army base. It is beautiful. The water, of course, that's Gulf Coast side. The water is crystal clear, well, kind of emerald colored, and beautiful. The sand is white. And if you have kids and they want to do things, they can go down to Pensacola and there's some things that they can do there. But if you just want to hang out with a beach day, it's a slower vibe than Panama City and less expensive than Destin. Good place to go. I like it a lot. So guys, y'all check that out. Going across another bridge and we'll be there. And it is a beautiful day. Oh, this is new. Okay. Because I remember going that way. They must have added this bridge. It used to always, it was so low right there, it would flood. Yeah, I remember that road. Okay, there's all the kite surfing up there. You see all those, Tez? You gonna try that? Guys, y'all can't hear him. He said no. Man, you're supposed to get out and live a little bit. Not your thing? Okay. That looks like fun though. I mean, they have life jackets too, you know what I mean? But the thing is,
in a quarter mile of the traffic circle,
okay.
Take the second exit on
Wait a minute, I got a direct.
Highway 12.
Yeah, there's a, you know what I'm saying, there might be a few hotels, and like I said, it's not going to be, yeah, that's the road it used to be, just straight out that way. It's not a lot of chain anything on this island. So Cape Hatteras Campground's 1.5 miles on the left. There's
the traffic circle onto North Carolina.
There's a gas
Highway
station
12.
I used to stop at.
Continue on North Carolina Highway 12 for 3 miles.
And we're going to go right over to the left here to this KOA. And the thing is, sometimes they have a 2-night minimum. I hope not, because we'll just have to find something else, which is no big deal. We can find something else, but hopefully they let us just book 1 night. So Chickamauga County, that's what it says up there. Kayaks and bike rentals. I ate at a place called the Froggy Dog up here. It was a pretty good breakfast too. What about things like that ropes course? You like that? You ain't afraid of heights though, are you? Yeah, that ain't my thing. Yeah, not at all. Yeah, I'll let you take the GoPro. You can show them from your view, because I ain't going up there. I am not getting up on no ropes course. This is a nice KOA too when you see it, man. It's one of the nicest I've been to. All right.
Take the next left, then turn right.
All right, guys, we're here. We're going to go inside and check the rates and see if they let us stay. See you in a minute. All right, guys. So we just went into the KOA, and they were totally booked. Didn't have any rooms for tonight. Everything was gone. So I remember the first time I came down here, I stayed at that KOA, but I also stayed at a place just 30 miles down the road called Frisco Campground. So we're going back to Frisco Campground, which is just a little cabin campground. Little cabin in a campground. No water, well, they got electricity, but they don't have any water. So we're gonna go there and stay tonight, and then tomorrow you'll see where else we head to.